This video is designed for people who missed the making and testing claims about paper towels lab. This lab will go through what we did and give you some data that you can work with to complete the lab on your own. So to start off with, what we did on the first day was we just explored some things we knew about paper towels. And so we thought about some things like what are ways that people use paper towels. That would be things like they use them to wipe up spills, or as a napkin, okay, or as a plate when people put food on there, right? And then we came up with a whole bunch of other ones, and you can add those in. Then we thought about properties of paper towels. What makes one roll of paper towel different from each other? So one would be absorbance amount, right? How much it absorbs. Another one might be the pattern that's on the paper towel, the size of the sheets, the amount on a roll, the durability or strength, right? Durability, there we go. So those would all be examples of things that we had written down for that, and we can fill out the rest. So we're going to make a claim about one of those properties, and when we make claims about things, there's lots of different types of evidence that we can use to support those claims about us around in the world around us. One could be the results of surveys. Another one could be categorization of interviews, like sitting down with people and finding out what they have to think, or focus groups, sitting down with larger groups of people and doing the same thing. You could do measurements that you take doing observations of the world around us. You can also do measurements and results from doing an experiment. Okay. Or maybe looking at what other people have done with their experiments through research. So finding and analyzing the research of other people in sciences. Okay. In this activity, we're going to focus on experiments, but I do want us to think a little bit about different types of evidence to begin with. So next in the lab, we had people go ahead and pick 5 properties that we listed previously and write a claim that someone might make about that property. Then list a type of evidence they might be good to support that claim. So for example, if the property we picked was pattern, right, you might do something like people prefer to have flowers printed on their paper towels over having no pattern at all. Well, if you wanted to find out if people prefer something, probably the best thing to do would be either like interviews or surveys. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put survey results here as our best type of evidence. Okay. In the lab, people then went ahead and worked in groups to find other properties, claims, and evidence that go along with them. So you can do that. All right, so then we got to the testing paper towels claims, and we investigated 2 different techniques for looking at paper towels. So one way to provide evidence to support claims is doing them through well-designed experiments. This task will have you complete some examples of techniques that could be used to collect data around paper towels in experiment. Follow the directions step by step. So in the lab, we had a bunch of different kinds of paper towels that people could use, and they were asked to choose 3 brands to investigate and fill in a table with those 3 brands. So for the purposes of our makeup lab, we are going to use paper towel 1 is Brawny. Paper towel 2 is Great Value. And paper number 3 is going to be Amazon. All right, so the next thing that we did is we took a look at technique number 1. Technique number 1 tests how fast a paper towel will absorb liquid. Okay, so the speed of absorbance. And what we asked people to then do was go ahead and make a hypothesis about those 3 paper towels and how fast they will absorb liquid. Just based on the name, I'm going to say Brawny will absorb better than the other 2. Okay. Then we went ahead and we followed the procedures. So we started off by cutting a 5 centimeter by 10 centimeter sample of paper towel. We then marked it at 1 centimeter and 6 centimeters. And then we put it into water, like is shown over here. And basically the water started to come up through the paper towel, and as soon as it got to this line, we started a timer. And when it got to this line at 6 centimeters, we stopped the timer. Okay. We repeated that 3 times for each brand of paper towel, and then each of the 3 brands. So once again, water started here, we started the timer, we stopped the timer, and we recorded the time. And so when we took the time for each of our towels, here are the 3 times that we got for Brawny, here are the 3 times that we got for Great Value, and here are the 3 kinds that we got for Amazon. You might take a moment right now to pause the video and record this data in your data table. All right, so once we did with that, the next thing to do was to calculate the speed, all right? And the speed was in centimeters per second. And so we were going to divide the centimeters, and so we went from 1 to 6, so that was 5 centimeters altogether, and we divide that by the times, which are over here, okay? That's going to give us a small decimal number for each of those that are in this, for each speed that we've got there. Next in the lab, we did technique number 2. Technique number 2 tested how strong a paper towel is when it is wet. So write a hypothesis again, and just based on the name, I'm going to say that Brawny is the strongest of the towels. Okay, so what we did here is we did it, and we set up a force sensor. Looks like this, and we cut a paper towel. This time they were a little thinner, so 1 centimeter by 10 centimeters, looking like that. And we put a drop of water in the middle of the paper towel. And then we took the paper towel and we attached it onto that clip that was right there. And then we used this force meter connected to our iPads, and on there it would record the force. We'd zero it, and then we'd start pulling on the paper towel until it ripped. And then from there we could figure out what was the maximum force that it took to rip that paper towel. So over here you can sort of see a video of it. So there's the wet paper towel pulling on the bottom, and eventually it ripped. And then the force sensor would send a message to our iPads to tell us how much it took to do that. So once again, here's some sample data again for Brawny, Great Value, and Amazon. For this test, you can go ahead and pause and record that data. After this data was collected, the rest of the lab was analysis questions, so using this information to go ahead and answer those, which you can do on your own. One other small piece that we did go through together just a little bit was question number 6, and it says, another way to provide evidence to support claims is through finding information that others have collected and analyzing it, or in other words, doing research, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the internet, and we're going to be trying to do a cost analysis here to figure out how much does the paper towel cost based on how much you have of it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our brands in here. We're going to go Brawny, Great Value, Amazon, okay? But I'm going to let you do that analysis yourself. But to give you an idea of how to do this, we're going to use Viva paper towel as a example, and we're going to start off with cost per roll. So I go to Amazon, and what I do is I try to find out what is the cost per roll. So I find my paper towel, the Viva paper towel here, and I see it's $28.49 per pack, and this pack has 12 rolls in it. So in order to figure this first part out, I'm going to go 28.49 divided by 12. And that gives me $2.37 per roll. Okay. Next, I need to figure out the area per roll. So you can find this information by either doing a Google image search, or sometimes you can find it right in the ads, because you'll find them there and you just got to blow it up. And so when I do that, I see this right here. I see that there's 6 rolls, and I'm looking for an area, and the areas are going to be down here for like square feet or meters squared, something like that. And it says total, which means for all 6 rolls. So what you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and you're going to take these area and you're going to divide it by the number of rolls. I like the metric, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go 34.48 meters squared divided by 6 rolls. And that gives me 5.8 meters squared per roll. Okay, so 5.8 meters squared per roll we would put into our data table then, right? All right, so then the last thing we have to do is cost divided by area. So cost is 2.37, area is 5.8, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that gives me a cost analysis of $0.41 per meter squared. And there's my answer. And again, so the bigger this number, the more expensive the paper towel is. The smaller the number, the less expensive it is. So those are the things you need in order to be able to complete the lab. Good luck. Have fun.